Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are and what you are doing, and welcome to the Hainan Master Spring Invitational. My name is Nomad, joining me is Mo Farah as we get into minor Atendari versus Infinity. It's best of 3 lower bracket match, and well, I think this one should be a little bit one side. Before we get into all of that stuff, we should check up on each other as good friends do. Farah, how are you doing?
I am amazing today. I'm feeling
Wow.
great. I'm looking forward to some big games today. I've just been enjoying Dota so much recently, and I'm ready to share that with everybody, you know?
Spiffing, yes. It's been enjoyable, actually. Played 2 games today, got plus 60 MMR, always feels good.
Plus 60, you say?
I did, yeah.
That's,
Two from
that's a
2
strange
games,
number.
yeah. It's not.
Yeah, that...
Plus
that-
30,
yeah, I
plus
know.
30.
I know, but that update's so strange to me still.
Tis.
I'm I'm not sure how I feel about it, but only time will tell.
Well,
And,
I would say, personally speaking, I think that they are overcomplicating matchmaking a little bit because, we have the classic ranked, and then we have the roles ranked, and then you need to play classic ranked to get points to play in roles ranked, and then if you're playing solo, you get 30 MMR. If you play party, you get 20. Like, it's just a little bit too overcomplicated right now, and I kind of feel like they're, we're getting a bit too focused on trying to fix the matchmaking in the higher tiers, and everybody in the kind of regular tiers are getting a bad deal out of it, I would say. Maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say just yet, and not that much is changing, to be honest, but I don't understand why once you get to Immortal, you don't just get a slider, which says, on the right side, it's fast match times, on the left side, it's good quality games, and then you can just decide, if you're an Immortal, what you prioritize more. Do you want an hour-long queue? No problems. You could probably get a better game for it, or you can just find games quickly and play. But that's just my opinion. Putting it out there.
nobody cares, Nomad. God, it's all about the games today. We don't want to care about your matchmaking life, okay?
That's awfully rude.
You're never going to get to Immortal anyway. It doesn't matter. What's
No.
the point?
I can dream.
So I'm looking at this Infinity team, right? And Matic and everybody else is as well, and they're thinking, okay, well, how is this team in the lower bracket already? We've got Royoya, Ace, Master Risk. This is Pycat as well, and then Kezu. And they're like, oh my god, how are they in the lower bracket already? They lost 2-1 to OG Seed, who probably coming into the tournament are the favourites, I would say. There or thereabouts, at least.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
And the series was crazy. Like, it was really back and forth, some good games, especially game 1. I think it was like 65 minutes or something. It was absolutely crazy. But they found themselves in the low bracket. But like you said when we first started casting here, that I think they have to be considered the favourites, right? By quite a margin today.
Quite. Yeah, I think Infinity should not struggle with this one, but I'm ready to be surprised. You know, our Bulgarian bad boys could come in with a bang and take down in Infinity and what could be considered a surprise. But I mean, yeah, it's a good team, right? Ace, Royoya, Pycat, Kezu. The only one here who is not like a very well-known Dota figure is Master Risk, and if you've watched any kind of Tier 2 European Dota over the past few years, and you will know who Master Risk is. He's been in so many stacks.
Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he?
Yeah, makes it through quite a few close qualifiers. He's an okay player, waiting to get his teeth into some proper competitive teams, but haven't quite seen so far what he can do to really stand out amongst the crowd of Tier 2 European players, but I'm always ready to look. He is good, but not outstanding. But prove me wrong. It's a challenge.
But he's a 5 player, right? So it's fine.
Yeah, true. 5 players don't need to do anything. If your
They
team
just-
is winning, you look great. If your team is losing, you look
Wards are
rubbish.
free. They don't even have to
Yeah.
spend any gold
What do
anymore.
5 players even do now? They might as well just replace
Yeah.
them with AI.
Oh god. Oh,
I'm
what
sure
happened
an
to
intermediate bot would work just
what
as
happened
well.
to OpenAI, by the way? Are they still doing their thing?
No, they did that arena thing, and then that was the end for OpenAI. They said they were going to stop after that, provided they reached a certain win rate. I think they wanted like 99% win rate, which they got. So
Good for them. That was
Yeah.
such a good, such a big thing for a while. Okay, so we have some heroes, some interesting heroes.
indeed,
4 heroes that we've seen a lot of already. So nothing too surprising, I would say. A tree Jar's a pretty good safe lane. So lots of damage coming through. Gives you good team fight, good split push. Obviously, Jar's just a strong hero at the moment. Ooh.
ooh, the Venga boy.
This is really cool. They have Venge Puck now as well. So you put the swap down, swap them out instantly. You know, break the coil, do lots of damage. I also like the Abaddon up against the Tree Ant Protector. It's really good to take off that overgrowth in fights. You can borrow time yourself. It's kind of like against RP, right, as well. I mean, if your carry really needs help, you can borrow time yourself and then shield them.
Indeed. Break out of anything. Be the hero. Oh, I missed the Abaddon with Aghanim Scepter and Blink Dagger, which we saw very, very briefly at the end of the last patch. That was so... I never play Abaddon, but that was fun to play Abaddon for that period.
You're a psycho, man.
It was so fun. You just blink into the middle of a fight, pop your ultimate, it's just blasting out heals all over the place like I'm disco madman. It was incredible. Alright, well, we got the Oracle coming out from Minor Atendari, and PL was response for Infinity, but yeah, I'm curious about this Oracle pick as well. This hero is not popular.
What's next to Oracle on the Dota list? Hang on.
Are you checking for a misclick? No. This is why they wanted it. They want the Oracle Huskar combo. They are trying to cheese this one out, Minor Atendari. And I don't use that word lightly anymore. Huskar's not the cheesiest of heroes, but when you pair it up with an Oracle, I've got no other word in my vocabulary to use.
It looks like a really good PL game so far at the moment, though, if they get the time. And I've seen Ace do this once already, where Infinity just try and stall the game out further and further, like they did against OGC, and he was playing terribly that game. Did a really good job, so look to see that from them again. But yeah, I mean, Huskar, especially with a Drow on his team, get to that point where you, like the tier 3 neutral items come out, just stack them all on the Huskar, run at the towers, and go. I think the problem for Infinity at the moment has to be this Oracle. They need, like, they have Puck, which is okay at getting on top of him to try and, like, disable him at the start of fights, but it's not, like, really easy. And I wonder what they want to pick to lane up against this Huskar mid. Because I would assume it would be something that could just jungle up. You don't really want to just lane against that Huskar ever, to be honest.
No. But who does? Not many heroes want to lane up against that Huskar.
Does anybody? Maybe like Viper's okay here for the break as well, but it feels pretty awful.
Well, we saw a Storm basically win a lane versus a Huskar the other day. As much as you can win a lane against a Huskar.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was odd. I feel like that should not have happened. I don't. It was Roya that played the Storm that game as well, though, wasn't it? Right? I think. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was. Oh, who was it yesterday? I think it was Viking, right? I think it was Boom that played that Storm.
Yes, I think you might be right.
Radiant team ban.
They banned the Brewmaster. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I feel like Minor Atendari needs some like team fight to round up their lineup, just to so when they go for these early pushes with the Huskar Drought, they have some like beefy front line that can just build like lots of utility items. I feel like the Underlord's really good for them. It's really good against PL as well. Really good against Puck. I'd be surprised if they didn't pick it up.
10 seconds remaining.
Underlord, yeah.
It's a really good game for it. And then you can put the tree with the Drow in lane, put the Oracle with the Underlord. Feels pretty good.
Yep. Annoying hero, though. Just this big blob, but it can get you some auras really early on. He's always going to be able to farm with Firestorm, so yeah, I do like it a lot. Any other options they could be thinking about? Maybe a Centaur?
Centaur's okay. It's not great against this like easy lockdown with the coil. But it does offer them like more initiation than the Underlord would. I think they just need something that sits on the front line, though. And I think the Underlord's probably the best thing at doing that. Especially how much it takes PL out of the game with the extra Fiora.
Yeah.
What else could they go for? I mean, Bat Rider's not banned. Okay, there's your
Ooh.
beefy frontliner.
Well, yeah, there he is. Timbersaw going to be sitting in the front lines. You've got the Abaddon as the melee strength hero, I guess, to make the Timbersaw a little bit more effective, but yeah, not an amazing Timbersaw game for sure. Especially when this PL gets the diffuser, it's going to be pretty annoying, but...
Okay, it works both ways though, right? Because he clears the illusions out so quickly with Chakram.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a really good Timber game because they don't have any burst damage on Infinity's side to try and bring him down. So he kind of just exists, and they don't really deal with him very well. So now they need to pick a hero that deals with Husker and with Timbersaw. And there would have been one that was really good, which is the Viper that we said. But unfortunately, it's been banned out. So I'm interested to see what they go for now.
Let's see it. And the final pickup is going to be the Lena for Infinity, the lady in red, coming out to play for the boys. Alrighty, that's going to be your lineups all figured out then. And it's looking quite aggressive from Minor Atendari, to be honest. It looks like they really want to be getting down Infinity's throat. Meanwhile, Infinity have got a little bit more of a measured lineup where they want to be kind of controlling up the mid and early game with this Lena, allowing the PL to come online, come into the game in his own time once he has that Diffusal Blade. And maybe we'll see some jumps Diffusal on them or something and just joining in the fights early, as that's what carries seem to like to do. But they will have to try and deal with Little Pleb, and this seems to be Minor Atendari's style here. Put Little Pleb on this nice carrying hero and see what they can let him achieve. And they've got the Drow to be the steroid for him, and the Timbersaw to sit in the front lines and try and make the space and dive in deep with him, as well as the Tree and Protector as well. So I think that Minor Atendari have a real good shot with this draft on taking this one, but I think the Huskar's not going to have the freest time in mid against this Lena. She's got the range on him, she's got the harass, and she has got a lot of burst damage to help out as well with the Timbersaw and the Huskar.
I mean, on paper, I'd really like Minor Atendari's draft, but I just think Infinity, with how much better they played in the first set of games, in comparison to Minor Atendari, I think you still have to give them the favor. But yeah, on paper, I like Minor Atendari's lineup, and if they can play it correctly, I think there's no reason why they can't win this game. This Oracle is going to be pretty difficult for them to deal with on Infinity. So, how much time is the PL going to get is the question. Because if they just start... I feel like they can just dominate all three lanes on Minor Atendari. If they do okay. I mean, mids, yeah, it's not easy. It's not great, but Huskar should be fine. Just trade farm.
Yeah, the clock is certainly going to be ticking on this draft, so let's find out how this coin is going to fall. Will it land heads for Minor Atendari or tails for Infinity? We're about to find out here at the Hainan Master Spring Invitational EU qualifiers. We are, of course, in a lower bracket game, meaning the losing team will be taken out of the tournament. The winning team will go on to face the loser of the other match, I believe, in the upper bracket. Or have we had both the upper bracket brackets? I don't think we have. We're doing one of the upper bracket matches
more
today, aren't we? Yes.
We've got OG Seed against Aggressive Mode coming up after this.
Indeed, indeed. Oh, nice plug. All right. So,
always thinking ahead, you see.
Sometimes thinking ahead.
It's a bit rude. I'm always.
Alrighty, so Royo versus Little Pleb in the middle lane, Lena versus Huskar. How is this one supposed to go?
I mean, Lena should be okay, right? Like you say, she can keep the distance. Should never really get gone on properly by the Huskar. So it's not like it's an awful lane like a lot of the other mids we see at the moment, like the TAs and the Storms that can't really do too much. The Lena should be okay, but again, it feels like they just kind of trade farm. In the end, Lena should just be able to push the lane out really quickly and then go to jungle. Just carry on farming. So it's what I'm expecting to see. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's how the game's going to go.
Is your audio a little bit delayed?
I don't know. Why?
Mine does appear to be.
I think mine's okay.
Okay, let me know if yours is okay, and if it is, then I'll try and fix it on my end. If not, then we shall send some hastily worded emails. And it looks like they've just given up on a couple of these bounty runes here. It's 3 going the way of Infinity.
I think mine's fine.
Okay.
God damn it, Nomad. This Timbersaw's walking bot, by the way. They really want to get the right lane matchups. So he started walking bot, and now the PL's already realised that he's walking bot. So now the PL started walking top. It's all in the mind games. Because they really want this PL to have a decent time, and up against the Timber, he will not. Timber has Timber change, so you know he's the one that's favoured. So Timbersaw gets to this bot lane. Unfortunately, does not have the lane matchup that he was hoping for. Puck's gonna turn up in the bot lane here, and he's gonna say, "Oh well, never mind. It is what it is." If they check the PL's TP, they'll have known that he did TP top those, so they could swap themselves. Doesn't look like they will though. Kind of just accepting the bad lane matchups. Oh. How in the world does that happen? We have
I do not know, but yeah, Felty did go down to sorry, the Venge goes. Wait, who died? Yeah, no, the
Venge went
Timber.
down to the tree Timber. How in the world is that? He has Timber chain at level 1 as well. Like, I guess maybe the tree had an orb of venom or something. They just ran him down, but it feels like it shouldn't be happening. All 3 lanes on Infinity seem to be going pretty well so far at the moment, though. All 3 cores getting decent amounts of farm. Ace up here as well can carry on just getting healed up from his Abaddon, so not the end of the world from him. Even if he has a rough time at the start. Nice lasting at the tower. You know, it always feels good when, as a caster, when you see a carry player just hit every single creep hit under the tower, right? It feels so good. You don't have to flame them. You can just say nice things. Rio is doing a really good job here mid. I think the Huskard's just dead. He's just going to click him down with the illusions as well. That's a bit of a misplay there by Little Pleb. Your boy Nomad, he's made a mistake.
Boy, he certainly did there. Yeah, that wasn't the ideal situation for him. So he makes a bit of an uh-oh. Bit of a whoopsie. But
a bit of an uh-oh. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. To be fair, Ryo's been playing really well in the mid lane. This event so far. Like all of the matchups that he's had, I think he's done a pretty decent job. Obviously very strong in that area of his game. Would have gone to the minor with Geek Fan, but he got kicked just before. For I think Carr was their mid laner that they replaced him with. So,
yeah,
you know, not a bad player at all.
Never sure how to. Well, I do know how to feel about that. That's just absolute nonsense. There's no way that should happen.
It's hard though, right? It shouldn't happen, but there's no other point in the cycle of events where they can kick people, because it's the time that you get the most to practice with somebody new. Makes it really difficult. Huskar seems to be kind of like solidifying his place in the mid lane a little bit here. 4-minute rune about to spawn, so Roya is probably going to try and just push out the wave here to secure it, whichever way it spawns. Looks like he is. And it will be a DD that spawns bot, so yeah, Roya instantly just runs down to try and get it. But already the tree's coming over, he's just going to be a little bit too late, unfortunately. Pycat doing a good job of just following him around. I don't think this is the guy you want to be fighting against, Pycat. So as levels go on, you know, Tim's going to get left 5. He should be absolutely fine down in the spot lane when he hits that point, but Puck can't really bully him out. But the best thing about this lane for the Puck is that he shouldn't really lose his tower. The Puck can just kind of like clear out the waves with ore, keep them pushed out all the time, can keep his tower alive for a long time. I don't really know what Pycat's trying to achieve here. I assume Lena's going to be close to hitting level 6 or something. The Avenger wants to try and make a rotation. This Huskar really not achieving too much in the mid lane in comparison to what you pick it for, you know? They're already at a 1k advantage on this dire side. Bounty Runes come out, and Radiant side get 3. Well played by them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think it does have to be a worry for them that this PL is having such a good time. You know, we talked about how much time is the PL going to get this game, and if he does, feels like he's the kind of like top dog in this game. Not really too much for him to worry about.
No, they have a little bit of clear, and the Huskar can be annoying, but as long as you've got that doppel available, then it's not a big deal. They have a little bit of AoE, though, so it's not a completely free game, but it's definitely feeling pretty good. Especially when he gets that Diffusal, just taking away the Timber's mana, stopping him really doing so much is going to be very useful.
Yeah, but like I said before, it works both ways, where... Yeah, he burnt... Oh, Master Risk. Poor guy.
Now, that is a dead Hero Michael as well. Could be in some trouble being chased down, but they don't have anything more than that, so he'll be able to salve off from the sidelines. Meanwhile, LaJoya also being chased down, but he's going to just be able to turn around, throw out a blast there in direction. Is that illusion?
Yeah, it went on the illusion that died, unfortunately. Didn't quite achieve what he was hoping for. But yeah, I mean, they rotate to the top lane and they kill off the Abaddon. But if you're the PL, you're like, okay, well, my Abaddon dies, but they're not pressuring me really at all. So, like, what does this rotation achieve? And this is the problem with Oracle now that I have, that it doesn't really do too much at the start of games. Like, its laning stage is really weak. They've got to be focused on this kind of mid-game timing around the first Roche. Where it really wants this Husker. He knows that he's around somewhere. Because...
Yeah, he's hunting.
Oh, Lina sees him, though. Up in the top lane.
Yeah, going hard onto LaJoya here. LaJoya will be brought down. Meanwhile, the Ace, he's going to be absolutely fine. They've got the shield out onto him, a heal up as well. Blast comes out, little Pleb could be in some trouble. Need to get a little bit more than that. Not going to be quite enough damage to put him into the kill range of Laguna Blade.
I do worry for little Pleb here, though. I
Yeah,
feel like
he's supposed to be taking over this game.
Yeah, if he makes one wrong move though in this lane, he's going to get killed off by this Laguna Blade. I'd like to see a rotation from one of the supports soon to try and like secure it as well. Maybe the Venge comes. Hezu, I said about him trying to keep his tower alive, but it's not looking easy at the moment for him. Timber doing a really good job of just cutting the waves.
Throw down the coil. Yeah, they've got him trapped here. Royoyo just unleashes the Laguna Blade, brings down, fails very, very quickly. Nice rotation in from Royoyo and Kezu just saying, well, I mean, I've got leash, so let's just tether this guy and put him down.
At least Lil Pleb gets a few CS now in the mid lane. He's like, thank God. This creepy wizard leaves. Leave me in
wizard,
peace.
Lina.
Yeah. She's a bit creepy, I think.
Yeah, true.
Anybody who blows people up with Laguna Blade, it's got to be a bit crazy, you know?
There's weird things you can do as a mage, though.
That's true. I think all the mages in this game are crazy, to be fair. Like Keeper of the Light, for example, as well, is a bit bonkers.
Yeah, Coddle's pretty weird. He makes some pretty weird statements when laning with certain female heroes as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
I do not even want to know, to be honest. The tree hasn't skilled living armor at all yet, and he's level 4. I feel like this would have helped like the Huskar and the Timbersaw in their lanes a lot more early on. I assume he's playing position 4 this tree, but even so. Yeah, I'll just head to the jungle.
And an Iron Talon. 2 very nice items.
Iron Talon is not a nice item.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. 9 minutes in. Too late. You want it exactly on the 10th minute mark where you'd be forced into the jungle out of your lane. Then it's like, okay. Otherwise...
Oh, they get one back,
no.
don't worry.
Both teams cursed with the Iron Talon.
Oh, Oracle TPing bot. They might be looking to try and make a rotation here. Onto this puck. They really want to secure this tower, I think, early on. They've got both the supports down here ready to go. It's almost like they're baiting the Timber out, actually. Expecting another rotation. And they can try and turn on.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is coming. Kind of really wants this 10-minute rune, though.
Exact same thing again. Yeah, going to stick around for the bounty, but Fail's still here. The puck could just drop the coil on him. We'll see. No?
Well, they got the deny.
Yeah, they actually did. Fairly pleasant.
It looks like he is close to his hood, though, on the Timber. About 500 gold away, so... Farming up pretty well.
Yes. Oh, there we go. A shovel on each team. So exact same neutral items dropping for both teams so far. Balance in all things. Oh, look at a blade in the middle lane. That's going to be Little Pleb dropping to Royoya. Caught out in the open and finished off by the Red Witch.
That was a really good camera work there, by the way. Like when it just came up at the bottom.
It was. Good reactions. Good job, production. You're killing it.
That's the thing I've been most impressed with them so far.
Oh, I enjoyed the roast snapshots.
That was pretty funny. Even if it was not ideally the thing we were looking for, you know, it was still quite nice.
I was.
Oh, you were? Right, okay. Makes sense. Is Puck going Dagon first? Or is he going Boots of Travel?
Well, he's got a hood queued, Veil of Discord queued up, ready to go, so...
Oh, it's Veil. It's, yeah, sorry, I'm a fool. I haven't built that item in ages, actually.
Veil?
Yeah.
I always love Veil.
I feel like it's probably something I should be investing more in.
Yeah.
Considering I do like playing Puck.
I'm a big Leshrac player. I'm a big Puck player, so yeah, Veil. Zeus player as well, so yeah, I'm Veil is Bay.
I don't know. I've seen your Lesh, dude. I don't know if you're a big Lesh player. Like, big in what sense? That you play it a lot, or
big in that I ignore my team and focus on towers.
Right. Okay.
Some guy in the chat thanking me for giving him computer advice on fixing his modem, and I'm fairly sure I told him, a little bit of a adventure up in the top lane, as Master Risk is forced to use his borrowed time quite early here, but it looks like the situation will be diffused, but Fel is here. He's moved from the bottom lane up to the top lane, looking to take another tower.
Yeah, nice living armor bot, though. Makes it really difficult for PL to push this in, so...
Yeah, and Master Risk is actually in a lot of trouble right now, finished off by the multi-shot of Michael. And a right-click as well as they get the kill, get the tower, and get just about everything. Meanwhile, PL struggling to get through the bottom tier 1 tower. It's still on over half HP, so this push will be able to be defused quite easily by this Timbersaw as he TPs himself down.
Yeah, the PL has to just try and go wherever the Timbersaw's not, basically, at the moment. He cannot deal with that hero at all. He will be able to eventually, PMS. Interesting. They have possibly... They got 2 of the worst 3 items. They got the PMS and the Iron Talon. Both pretty awful. Looking for something here. They have Laguna Blade level 2 now, so a lot of burst damage. Oh! Can they kill off the Huskar? Oracle's level 5, but... Ooh.
No, it's going to be okay for the time being. I think Laguna wasn't used because the Oracle was nearby and they didn't want that anti-magic coming in and saving the day.
Yeah, if he ever gets it off, it's so good. If he manages to, like, mean the Huskar doesn't get hit by a Laguna, could be absolutely massive in the fight overall. I mean, you have to imagine that Royo is going to be building up to an Ags eventually at some point just so it gives pure damage. That makes it a little bit more tricky. Kind of can't really wait to throw off the ult then. You have to do it a little bit properly.
Coil comes out in the top lane, Kezi getting to work onto the Drow. Drow turns around though with his science and the ultimate from the tree as well, holding the puck still. They might have turned around onto Kezi right now as he is going to get dropped by Michael. Towards Royeya as well. Royeya comes in with the stun, really want to finish the job. Does she have the right clicks? The living armor is out and the multi-shot as well, but Royeya will get the kill just before going down himself to the tree, and now the tree just TPing away from Ace. Ace unable to stun him or do anything to finish the job. The old little Pleb shows up, says hello, starts throwing in some arrows, finds the right one, life break across. Ace in some trouble now as he is flaming. They know which one the real one is. Meanwhile, his teammate pings the wrong one, which is very confusing, but it looks like Ace should be getting out all the same. The shields come out, saving him from that burning spear damage, and they will throw out a salve onto him as well to keep him nice and healthy. So Little Pleb failing with that rotation despite having the Invis to help him out as well.
I was wondering whether he was going to go for a BKB or a Halberd next on the Huskar. Obviously, Halberd's the obvious choice that most people go for, but it's not an amazing Halberd game. It's pretty good up against Alina, but it can be difficult to get on top of her.
Yeah.
This Shrian's almost level 10, by the way. He has Meteor Hammer soon as well, doing a really good job, actually.
Do you like Meteor Hammer on tree?
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's what the hero struggles most with, right? Which is pushing waves
Oh,
out.
down in the bottom
Oh,
lane.
poor Tree.
That is Tree saying goodnight. No meteor hammer for you today.
The thing is, like,
Dire's middle tower
with the composition that the Dire have on Infinity, they have really good like individual players, right? They have all really good individual heroes, but at this point in the game, they just can't deal with a Huskar Timber still. So that you see what they're doing at the moment. They're trying to find just individual pickoffs with Alina and whatnot, and just keep buying themselves time. But like, it feels like they have to be able to contest this Roche, for example, right?
Yeah, well, they might just get away with this one. Little pleb, he's just... Oh, no! Oh, dear me. Little pleb dying to Roshan. Kezu's coming over. He wants to see what kind of HP Roshan is on. So he's going to go and stick his face in the pit, see what's up. And, oh,
He's
yeah.
probably thinking-
Hello.
yeah, like, Ace, is he going to want to come over on this PO?
We have Alina, we have a PL. These heroes could do it with the help of Avenge.
Oh, I haven't seen that happen in a while.
No.
That feels so bad.
Radiant's top tower is under
And there's
attack.
not much excuse for it either, other than a bit of an armlet toggle, maybe getting a little bit unlucky, but Kezu in some trouble, able to jump himself away. Meanwhile, Abaddon, he's on the front lines, just face tanking all of this right now, and they are going to be able to get off that borrowed time. Meanwhile, Ace is pushing in that top lane, so still not interesting coming to this Roche fight as he takes a tier 1 tower up at top. Now, the Huskar is back. He's going to TP himself over and get into that Roche pit. Master Risk is nearby. They might just be happy that it's taken as long as it has, but I still think you would want to interrupt this. But Roya, he's farming a neutral camp. He's not interested at all. Roshan may well just be going the way of Little Pleb after all.
He's going to go for this. You can see it already.
Yeah, they're coming over. Wowie looking for it, but nothing going to happen here. Little Pleb just picks up the Aegis, and they actually might be able to find some kills, although Fealty is on a pretty silly cliff here.
Ace is just hitting a tier 2 at the moment, though.
That's true. I mean, it's something. It's a little bit of damage, but in terms of the actual pace of the game, I don't think the damage on the tier 2, it's very minimal. With a tree on your team, not that big a deal.
Oh, the trust starts
no.
too big. It's right, the tree's heading over. He's like, yes, free gold.
Oh, yeah. Give me that Philosopher's
Let's
Stone.
go. Is it still 60 GPM in Philosopher's Stone, or is it more now?
Dire are scanning.
How
I can't
much?
actually 60 GPM, right? On Philosopher's,
right,
it's
yeah, yeah.
75.
I don't think they buffed it. I don't know. Maybe they did.
Let me have a look. I'm having a look. Hang on. Launching up the Dota. It is. Yeah, it's still 60 GPM.
Ugh, Van Brace. Unlucky, but Royo does have 2 nulls, so I guess you can just make it into 1.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, not but too bad on Lena, honestly, as well, because she has those slots that she likes to fill relatively quickly.
I'm going to try and sort out the
Kezu-
sound issue again. Sorry if this messes up the stream. It might go a bit funny for a minute.
We're hilarious anyway, so it probably needs to go a little bit more funny.
Bottom tower is under attack.
This Timbersaw such a raid boss at this point in the game.
He's a tonky boy, isn't he?
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Little Pleb in some trouble. Gonna Blade comes out onto him. My god, the audio is much worse. Anyway. Meanwhile, PL just pushing down on the bottom tier 2, and he's actually going to get this one with the help of the Venge. This is tier 2 tower gone for free, whilst the enemy team has an Aegis.
It's fine. Now, Ray, it looks like he might be building a Silver Edge here as well. You know, we talked about it, the break being really important against the Huskar and the Timber, so it would be a really good item if he managed to get there. But it depends what if he wants a BKB first, for example, he might have to go for it. He's in very deep here by himself, Ray. They don't have vision of him, though.
Radiant's middle
Oh, okay. Kezu.
Master Risk going to be set on fire and forced to pop that borrowed time, but at least when he's on fire, he's going to be healing up nicely inside the borrowed time, but unfortunately not going to mean much when he comes out the other end and meets a painful demise. Down goes Master Risk.
Oh. That should be the leader's job this game. You just keep cutting down all the trees that Light Strike Array over and over again.
Let's say them all.
This tree's so annoying to play against, though, especially when he has this Invis talent at level 10.
Well, Huskar gets Laguna Blade and is absolutely fine. See you later, boys.
It's fine. I mean, it's so difficult though. Like, he has so many heroes to like buff him up. He has the Drow aura. Oh, top lane. Oh no, he snapped the coil.
Ooh, Kizu on the run, still being chased, and Lilbab actually... sorry, Ian just gives up on that one. It's a puck. It's hard to chase, to be fair.
It is, yeah. It's not easy. He has a clumsy net though, which is nice.
True, true. Helps him out a bit.
Timsaw is going to be so annoyed about this though, by the way. Just this constant amount of it. It's got to that point in the game now, which is a real pain for him. Oh, nice dodge from the Gust. Like, they're trying to delay as much as they can, right? But I actually don't think they can take a fight on this Dire side at the moment. It's really difficult. Like, this Timsaw just sits on the front line with the Huskar behind. And what's the Dire's play? This is good. They're going on the back line. Are they committing at all?
Yeah, it feels like this was always going to be a problem for Infinity with the whole draft going on. The thing is, they haven't really lost that much, and you've got to remember, they took that tier 2 down in the bottom lane. You know, they're pretty much even on towers currently, so they have no problems in kind of just sitting and letting the game stagnate a little bit here.
Yeah, like, they're keeping the net worth advantage just very similar throughout the whole game. Kezu's starting to fall off a little bit, but as long as the PL does fine, they should be happy. He still needs like maybe another item or two, but he should get there. It's just not enough. Surely.
Ooh, he's getting real low here. Timbersaw on the run, the orb to chase as well, but the Lotus Orb, the heals, the reactive armor, it all coming in and keeping the Timbersaw alive. And once again, Infinity will leave empty-handed. And maybe there might be worse than that as Kezu tries to get himself away, getting north. The arrows will not reach him. Lil Pleb still chasing. Master Risk right behind, trying to help out, but they will see him. But the blink away, just about enough from Kezu there, getting him to safety. The puck will live, and more time wasted on this Aegis. But they have found themselves in front of a tower with the Meteor Hammer as well. They should be able to bring it down with relative ease here. So a tier 2 going the way, a last of Infinity.
They want to fight.
Yeah, Timber is up top, but he TPs himself back, but that means they know that Timbersaw's not going to be in this one. They're actually just unleashing onto the puck. If they bring down the puck, which they can, then this fight starts off excellently for them. In fact, might not even be a fight anymore. Let's see if they do want to come to this one. Ace is in the backlines here, trying to find himself a target. Might be going for EN, might be going for someone else. In comes the ultimate, holding two of them still. Who are they going to go for here? They're looking towards Michael. Michael's going to be the target. In comes the Meteor Hammer. Oh, but he pushes him out. That was a mistake from the Huskar. The Gouda comes out, sniping off Michael. They look towards more. They'll find Little Pleb as well. This is looking real bad right now. Two big cores down, and the support as well having to buy back into this one. Infinity in a good place after the engagement. A great play from Ace, just pushing in that top lane, forcing back the Timbersaw, and then telling his team to go, go, go the moment that Timber TP's back.
That is a mistake from the Radiant side, though. Like, as soon as this Timber shows top to try and steal with the PL split push, they have to make sure they're out already on the Radiant side. Like, he can't TP that early, otherwise the Dire are going to punish you and just go on you. Like, without the Timber, you know, that's the hero that they're most worried of. He's the one that's, like, kind of like the raid boss that they can't kill. They can deal with all the others. You know, like you say, there was the push out from the Huskar on the Meteor Hammer, which was pretty unfortunate.
So, this net worth difference, 2k in favor of Infinity. And now, no Aegis on the side of Minor Atendari. You got to ask the question, have they missed their window?
I mean, they still have a little window, I think, before this PL massively comes online. He has a Bash now, but he still needs to finish off that Abyssal, I think, before he's a real threat. I mean, he is a threat at the moment, but like a real hard carry this game.
Dire are scanning.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Feels like this Oracle hasn't really achieved too much either this game. But I think that's on Infinity as well, to the fact that they have just been split pushing really well, just keeping the lanes pushed out all the time. Why does Puck have the Van Brace in his backpack?
Because it's a crap item, I think.
He has the Windlace in instead. I feel like Ooh. Oh no. You boys.
Radiant's top tower is under
The one that's going to be the sacrificial lamb again.
Master Risk is actually surviving through this one, but now the borrowed time is out, and he's going to say goodnight. See you later, boys.
But again, PL's still just farming away.
True.
Like, they're desperately trying to get things done on the Radiant, but they're falling further and further behind now.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, he has a mind breaker on the PL as well. Well,
Aha! We've fixed audio issues.
hooray.
It only took me 26 minutes.
That's fine. As long as it's done, that's all that matters.
Alright, sorry about
I'm
that,
sure
everybody.
everybody else.
Back in the
I'm
driving
sure everybody
seat
else
now.
has been as positive about it. I'm
Yeah,
sure
they're
that's
just enjoying the Mo dominant cast. Easy peasy.
the Mo dominant cast. That's all our cast. It's, you know, I'm just here all the time. Oh, he has the evasion talent on PL. Pretty good.
Evasion talent on PL.
I mean, 20% at level 10 is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely something, especially when you're playing against big right clickers like Huskar and Drow. It can make a big difference. Definitely not one you want to skip over all the time.
Right, you've sorted out audio issues. So let's make sure we're synced up now, then, please.
Okay,
I'm on
2701,
27.
02, 03,
Okay,
04.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
LaJoya enjoying the Philosopher's Stone a lot here. Actually gave it over to him after the Meteor Hammer was finished up. Ooh, Craggy Coat. That would be a Master Risk item if ever I've seen one. Let's see. No, because he's a greedy boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not bad on Kezu either, though.
Yeah, but I mean, who's the one who's just been tanking everything in every single available object?
Oh my goodness.
Okay here. Yeah, they've got to have throw down the altar. LaJoya had to save the day, but they're still going to swap him in. They're not done. They're trying to eat through the false promise here, and now they actually turn their attention to the wall. They just get them both. My goodness. Infinity say, what up? We don't care about your ultimate. Nice false promise. They're just going to go straight through it all the same. Now we go into Roshan, getting down the big boy. Oh, look at that camera. Straight in the nitty-gritty details of Roshan getting his face pumped full of PLs. Cheese? Cheese? Guys, cheese. Oh, no, they're not forgetting the cheese, are they? Oh, no. Well, fail will be brought down. Alina heading back to... No, she's not heading back towards the pit. Okay, there's a cheese in Roshan.
You don't need cheese.
Yeah, overrated anyway.
Oh.
That's still
Hang on.
there.
Radiant's
Still
middle
there.
Something fell off my
tower is
desk.
under attack.
Was it your dignity?
Radiant's middle tower is fortified.
Anyway, PL now completing up the Vanguard, meaning he's getting closer and closer to that Abyssal Blade. A terrifying item these days.
I just had so much rage in me that they left the cheese in the pit that I almost flipped my desk over and everything fell off.
Classic.
Who leaves the cheese in the pit?
Yeah, I know. It's it's a problem. Meanwhile, well, actually, Pycat somehow managed to find himself a BKB, so he just runs away from the Huskar as he tries to pile in the damage here, and he's getting really low himself. Does need to be cautious. He's still being chased by these PL illusions here, chasing him all the way back to the fountain. Meanwhile, Michael gets picked up on the other side, and LaJoya goes down as well from the crits from Royoya, as he has managed to find himself a Crystalist, maybe even a full Daedalus actually, and bringing down that Oracle. And now they look towards the bottom tier 1 tower as well, and despite the Treant's best effort, they're going to rip through it very quickly, and the good game comes out.
I like how, the dire side, Master Risk is trying to hit the buildings to give them the buff, and they kill the building by the time he just hits 4 hits on the building himself. They don't even get the effect. I mean, that game was pretty sad. Like, you can understand what they wanted to do on the Radiant side. Infinity just didn't ever give it to them.
Yeah.
My Atendari going to feel pretty sad about that.
Yep. They will do, but, you know, they've got another chance to prove themselves, but, yeah, there's nothing worse, you know, a stomp is one thing, but a game where you had a chance and you still didn't manage to close it out, is it due to their own mistakes? I think it's hard to say.
It's hard because they have really bad catch on this on this Radiant side, right? So when these heroes like Puck and stuff are split pushing, it's only really Gus that's going to kill off the Puck. It's the only thing that he's worried about, and even then he built a yours. So I don't know. It feels really difficult for them to ever like pick off these maneuverable heroes. They have a Shadowblade on Lena. There's a PL with Manta Doppelganger.